Hawks win! Hawks win 5-2 over the New York Islanders. Yes, the Chicago Blackhawks beat the New York Islanders 5-2 tonight in the Madhouse on Madison. Robin Lehner, the ex-Islander, wanted to play well. He had an amazing game, making 40 saves on 42 shots. Good game by Leonard, getting the first star of the night, and well-deserved against his ex-team. And you could tell that game meant so much to Leonard because how the Islanders did mean a lot to him when he played there last season by bringing him, giving him a chance to come back to have an NHL play in the NHL still, and he did, and he played well with the Islanders, getting voted first runner-up in the Vezina Trophy and getting a Jennings Trophy at that. So, Leonard, this game meant a lot to him. And the Hawks wanted to get him a win. And they did. They played outstanding. Probably one of the better team performances out of them in a while. I do admit they played good hockey. I mean, they did allow a lot of shots, but that's normal for the Hawks this year. They do give up a lot. But they came out and beat the Islanders 5-2. That's rare against the New York Islanders with how well coached they are, giving up quite a bit of goals. They only gave up 3+ goals in a game 9 times this year. Well, no, 13 times this year, and the Hawks put up a 5 and win the game 5-2. So, shots on net was 40-30 advantage Islanders. And it was 50% each on the face-off dot. This was just a good, well-played hockey game, in my opinion. The first period, in shots, it was 13-14 advantage Islanders. 16-8 advantage Islanders in the second period. 10-9 advantage Islanders in the third period. So, it was 40-30. Yeah, it may have been a lot of shots, but the Hawks came out and beat the Islanders. Hawks gave up the early goal in the game, but they still battled and won the game. I loved the performance the Chicago Blackhawks put up in this game. So, let's go to the goal summary of this game. In the first period, at 5:50 in the first period, Ross Johnston scores his third goal of the season, assisted by Josh Bailey and former Blackhawk Nick Leddy. Nick Leddy led this play up. He got the puck in the Hawks offensive zone and took the puck up, fed it right over to Bailey. I thought Bailey could have drifted the puck and maybe got it glove side on Lehner, but he feeds it down to Johnson, and Johnson gets his third goal of the season. Basically an empty net, but it was one of those type of goals that are kind of tough for the goalie to make a save on because he didn't expect that type of play to happen. So it's 1-0 Islanders. But the Hawks tie the game up at 7:34 in the first period. Scored by number 39. His first of his NHL career. Dennis Gilbert. Assisted by number 17. Dylan Strome. And number 2. Duncan Keith. This goal was a beauty. It was all started off with Kirby Dach playing the puck behind the net, almost looking like he wanted to do a lacrosse-style goal to wrap it in, but he loses the control of the puck. It goes up, and the Hawks keep the puck in the offensive zone, Keith gets it. He feeds it to Strome. Strome gets it right off of Gilbert's stick, goes backhand and past Thomas Greiss of the New York Islanders for his first of his NHL career. Congratulations, Gilbert. Gilbert had an amazing game to speak of. He was outstanding today, making big shot blocks when needed. Had several good hits in the game. Gilbert had a great game, and he scores his career first goal. So that's good right there. But the goal scoring's not over yet in the first period, because the Hawks put up 3 in this period. At 9:46 in the first period, his 11th of the season, by number 8, Dominic Kubalik. For his 11th of the season, assisted by number 88, Patrick Kane, to make it 2-1 over the New York Islanders. This goal was set up by Kane by stealing the puck off of Matt Barzal and feeds it right to Kubalik, kind of a fluttering puck, and it knuckles in past Greiss. Greiss looked lost on that shot because how the puck was just knuckling and bouncing. It was one of those knuckle puck goals that Kubalik scored, and it was a beauty for him. So at 11:56 in the first period, scored by number 12, Alex DeBrincat, his 9th of the season, assisted by number 17, Dylan Strome, and number 2, Duncan Keith. This line tonight was outstanding for the Blackhawks. Whenever they had the puck, it was always in the offensive zone, cycling the puck. Kirby, Dach, Strome, and DeBrincat were just cycling the puck around, and they kept battling. And the Cat gets one past Thomas Greiss, and that sends Greiss to the showers early because he gets yanked, and we now have to face the former Hawks killer of the Colorado Avalanche, Semyon Varlamov, now with the Islanders. So when I saw that, I said, oh no, I did not want to see Varlamov tonight because I know how he is against the Blackhawks. He plays on his head. And it looked like he would have done that until we go to the third period. But that was the end of the goal scoring in the first period. All 4 of those goals were pretty nice goals to see. Gilbert, congratulations again, scoring your career first. And DeBrincat, hopefully that monkey is off your back again to start scoring again. That gets him his 9th of the season, which is good to see. But he needs some more goal scoring again. He's one of those type of goal scorers that the Hawks need, and he just hasn't been that type of player this season. He just gets, it seems like he gets double teamed. So we go to the second period. No goals were scored in the second period, but I have to mention, Robin Lehner, when needed in this period, was big, and he played on his head in the second period, making big save after big save. And that's what helped win this game, in my opinion. If it wasn't for Lehner in the second period, the Hawks probably lose this game. So we go to the third period, still 3-1 Hawks. But early in the third period, at 50 seconds in the third period, scored by your captain, number 19, Jonathan Toews, his 9th of the season, and it was unassisted. He goes coast to coast, and it goes past Varlamov of the New York Islanders to give the Hawks a 3-goal lead over the New York Islanders. This was a slap shot that Toews scored, and it was a beauty. That's one of those type of goals that could help Jonathan Toews spark his goal scoring again. Goal scoring's not over yet, because at 3:03 in the third period, scored by number 36, Matthew Highmore, his first of the season, assisted by number 64, David Kampf, to make it 5-1 Hawks over the Islanders. This was a weird angle goal. I don't know how Highmore managed to get it in the net, because he was behind the goal line and he just tried to bank it in and it went in the net. I would have thought Zach Smith could have tipped it in, but Highmore gets the goal and it goes in for the 5th goal of the night for your Chicago Blackhawks. But the Hawks do give up one more goal at 16:32 on the Islanders shorthanded unit. Zajac scores his 6th of the season, assisted by Kunakol to make it 5-2 Islanders. Not Islanders, Blackhawks, my bad. This was a fun game, and it looked like Robin Lehner had that game where he had his chip on his shoulder, where he wanted to beat his former teammates, and he got his chance to do so. So, this was a big win by the Blackhawks, ending the Madhouse on Madison 2010's decade run off with a bang to end 2019's last home game in the UC nicely. And it's not our last ever game in the UC, because we have plenty of those to come. But, I mean, for the last game of the decade, a great decade it has been for the Blackhawks. It was a fitting way to win the last game of at home in the UC for the decade. So, down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were from tonight's game, because this was a fun game to watch. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, let's go Hawks!